Alrighty, guys. It's crazy time here as I'm going to be setting up a race. How do I want to put this? Not a race, a schedule, a race schedule. I guess it would be called a race schedule. A race schedule, and I'm creating different teams to play in Grand Prix, which is a game I really like from GMT. And Jeff Hoger and Carla Hoger. Unfortunately, Carla just passed away not too long ago. Unfortunately, very sad. I saw her at Buckeye Game Fest last year. Got to talk to her for just a few seconds, say hello and stuff. I told them how much I enjoyed their games and how much I enjoyed Grand Prix maneuver. And so yeah, that feels good to let them know that before she passed away. Anyways, Demi, what's going on? So what I've been doing was I started this like last year. I had printed it all out. I had a schedule and race and numbers and everything on here. The problem with that was that I was keeping track of 6 different teams and information and all that, and I was just got to be too much. At the end of the race, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to go through." I had scheduled. Let's see how many races here. Eight races. So I scheduled 8 races. I'm like, "There's no way. It's going to take me a long, long time and trying to keep track of everything, and it's just not worth it. Forget it." And so I kind of put that project away. Well, I was at work today and I was reading through some stuff and I was thinking about playing Thunder Alley. So I was reading through the rules at Thunder Alley. And it got me thinking, I wonder if I went back and reevaluated this again, but instead of just trying to use all the sheets, the team sheets and everything on the table, what if I created an Excel sheet that had all the information? So I got home today from work and I started putting my brain to work, and I've got some stuff I'm working on here. So I thought I will share it with you guys. And I figured, what am I need? I need the Excel sheet right there. All right. And we'll just make that go little. There we go. All right, so this is just if you are familiar with kind of like the little team sheets that come in the game. I've kind of just was using that information and creating my own little team sheets. So like if they get a wear of tire, I can just drag this over there. If they get a blue one, if they get a pink one, I can do all this. I can keep track of which tires they've used and everything on here. So I said, oh yeah, if I can keep track on the computer, it would be so much easier than trying to, all these little cards take up space on the table and all the little tokens, and you're constantly knocking tokens this way, that way, and the other way. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So this Excel sheet, I think this Excel sheet's gonna be the ticket for me. It's gonna be the ticket. I believe it's gonna be good. I really do. So I figured, you know what? Since I'm creating this sheet, I would share what I'm doing, so people can see the process and understand what I'm trying to get at and do, I guess. All right, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to finish up the last of the teams here, and it's going to be this one down here in the corner, and I'm going to go with a dark blue there, and a light blue there and there, and there. And then a super dark blue and a white for the number. Same thing for that side. Then we're going to go with a really light one there. We'll go back to light there. There. We got to copy this over here like that. And then we'll go here. Let's go light. Let's go light. There we go, light. That looks pretty light. I would say that looks pretty light. All right, and then what I'm doing is I'm taking the little Vassal module, right? The little Vassal module, and I'm taking the screenshots of each of the little cars so I can add them back into my little thing here. And so I'm going to take a screenshot of this one. And look at that, huh? So now I change it to size 2 inches, 2.2 inches, and I give it a 2-inch 2-point border. And I change this format cell. I need to change that to a text. Otherwise, when I put 0.5, it'll just change it to 5. We don't want 5. We want 0.5 there. All right, there's one. Let's see if I can get the other one now. The other one. Is this making sense to anyone out there other than myself? Anyone at all? And 2 inches there, and then we go to size, change it to 2.2. And so what now, I'm looking to put teams together for the race. So I'm going to be running 6 teams in the race. Whew. All right, so that's pretty good. The other thing I need to do is I need to create a screenshot of all the other tokens. So we got these break tokens here. All right, there we go. And so, what's the size? 1.75 around this. So now I've got that. Can put that out there. All right. We have heavy wear. There we go. That's pretty good. Alrighty. And one more, I think. Then we can start designing the teams. Great. All right. So we can put that aside. We can put this aside. I can focus in and say, hey to everyone, how you guys doing? You hanging in there? You having a good day? What's going on? So is anyone following along with what I'm trying to do? Right? So like when you're playing, if you've not played Grand Prix, you got these little team cards out because They have 2 cars in each team. And you put these out, and then you're going to keep track of all your different tokens. Every time you play a card, it might have a wear on it, or certain things that you might do in the game might cause issues. And then you're going to get these tokens and add them over to your car. Damn. Don't want that. Still left a little bit of room over there, but oh well. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Insert. Insert. Alright, so now I'm just going to color code a few lines in so it looks more... Oh, I forgot to hit the button there. Dude, hit the button. I am certainly not the Excel expert. All I know is the bare minimum. If you know how to do something fancy and you want to create a sheet for me, that would be awesome, and I would love you for it. But when you have to design everything yourself, you just got to do what you got to do, what you know how to do, or learn something new. And I don't have time to learn the new stuff, so I'm going to just get by with what I'm doing here. That looks a little better, and especially if I get rid of that. And now, that almost looks professional, doesn't it? That almost looks professional. Let's save it. Save. All right, so let's create some teams. What I'm gonna do is, let's see, can I switch these two? Switch these two. Switch this. So this is out in front of me. It'll be a little easier to see what I'm doing. All right, so the first one I thought I would create is two of my good friends are designers. So I'm going to create a designer group, and it's going to be Herman Lutman, and of course Mike Butterjelly. Herman Lutman, and we're gonna have to take the and it's yeah, we're gonna go with Lootmann because that's what I called him when we first met, on purpose, mind you. So Herman Lutman's gonna be 22, because Lutman rhymes with 22, right? Yeah. Butterjelly will be 77, and now we need a logo. We need a logo. We need a logo. All right, I've got an idea in my head. Are you ready for this logo? I'm thinking. Here we go. You're gonna see the creativity in action. I'm gonna delete this for a second, so you guys just be patient. All right, this time I'll show you the whole screen because we're gonna get crazy tonight, boys and girls. Crazy tonight. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna find Wolfpack, right? GMT. There we go. Images. We got the Wolfpack. Hmm. Hmm. Take that. All right. We'll go with the horror. All right. We'll go with the Plum Island horror. There we go. Oh my god, I almost cut it the same size shape as well. That's... Let's try again. I don't like how it's lining up. Why is it not lining up? Why does it want to be a pain in the ass? There we go. Now we'll take a screenshot of this. Boom! Look at that. Alright, where's my... Take a screenshot. And then we'll bring it in here. Yeah, look at that, huh? It's all right. So we gotta get a team name and an owner. Owner is gonna be GMT Games, because it's gonna be too funny. It's gonna be too funny. All right. The team name, right, is gonna be something with. Hello. Oh my God. I just wanted to open a blank document, please. Just a blank one would be great. Designers, right? So let's figure out another word. Creators, inventors, engineers, game designer, engineers. Engineers. I like that. Something with engineers. Nope, can't spell. Engineers. Something like engineer. Plot engineers. There we go. There we go. Plot engineers team. Owned by GMT Games, and of course, we got Herman Lutman and Mike Bunner-Jelly. All right, that's a good one. I like that. All right. So now, next up, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do let's do Phoenix Knight, who's one of my gaming buddies. And we need to match up somebody with him. And I'm thinking I'm going to match up Cardboard Commander with him. And of course, wow, can they come up with anything bigger and longer to screw up my... Jeez, Cardboard Commander. Cardboard Commander is going to be number 98. Phoenix Knight will be 00. All right. That's good. Now I can actually get the two logos and maybe do something with the logos. Let's see. For Phoenix Knight and Cardboard Commander. Phoenix Knight is actually live right now. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? He should be watching what I'm doing. No, we don't want to save that. That's fine. And now let's look at what cardboard. Let's see what Cardboard Commander's logo looks like. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good one. Cardboard Commander right there. All right. I mean, this isn't for, like, you know, this is just for, like, show. It's not even for something important. It's just for, like, show. Like, to have something. There we go. There we go. So the owner of this is going to be YouTube, since these guys are my YouTubers. YouTube, TUB, there we go. We'll have YouTube owned this group there. Phoenix Knight, Cardboard Commander. All right, that's good. Great. Now, the next group I'm going to create is with my wonderful co-host. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Me too. I should just run the show myself, but that's all right. Oh, that's right. Nate wasn't on the show this week. I have to go way in the Wayback Machine. Go way back. What are we looking for? There's what we're looking for right there. All right, Nate and Ruff. Pay attention, Ruff. Pay a fucking attention for a change. There he is. That's not too bad. Glossy head and all. Don't tell him I said that. He'll be all bent out of shape as usual. There you go. And then we'll just screenshot of that together. Yeah, shut up. All right, so let's see. What color should we make them? We'll make them yellow. That's fine. And add our little logo in there. There we go. There's our logo. All right, that looks pretty good, huh? Gonna squash it down a little bit. There we go. Squash theirs down a little bit. We need team names. Who's gonna help me? I'm terrible at team names. But I'll give it a shot. Let's see. Well, this is gonna be owned by the War Room. War Room owns them. So names. Co-hosters. The co-hosters. I like that. That's good. The co-hosters. Oh yeah, there we see how easy this is. See how easy this is. Who says this is difficult? No one. I think it started out pretty good. We better save it again though. Save, because I don't want to have to undo or redo. All right. So who else do we deserves a spot on my? Who else deserves a spot? Anyone? Anyone? I hadn't got that far, right? I hadn't thought that far in advance. So, oh, we got a name, right? Nate. Landrum. Dean. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what their last names are. That's crazy. What kind of friend am I tell you. Let's see. Nate. Lendrum, right? Lendrum. I spelled it right? Yes, I did. See? Oh, Taylor, that's right. Dean Taylor. Okay. The co-hosters, owner is the War Room, that's me, and Nate and Dean. There you go. So they're a pair. So I think I'd like to give Tony a spot. Maybe Tony and Blue Tweezers, because they're like YouTube buddies, and they're always like co-hosting and stuff. So let's go with that. Tony Kinner and Blue Tweezers. We'll go with Blue Tweezers. Owner. They do a lot of wargaming online, and I'm trying to think of like Blue Tweezers, like who give me a medical supply company. I need a medical supply company. Like somebody know of a medical supply company. What's the company? What's the like the international company that goes and helps Red Cross? Like something like the Red Cross. Let's go companies. Oh yes, UNICEF. What? How do that is? UNICEF. UNICEF. Yeah. Should we go with UNICEF? I think. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with Tony though, but Tony's in the U.S. Blue Tweezers in Spain. We also need. And it's, oh, well, this is a good team because Tony lives at Ohio State, which is red. Blue Tweezers is blue, blue tweezers. So we got red and a blue. There you go. So we'll call them the red, blue, red, the red. What? Let's see. Is there anything that was ever been named that's been called red, blue, something? Let's see. Red, blue. Red, blue can refer to several things, including a Japanese Magna series and a color combination, with red awful symbolizing passion and blue. Oh well, what color is when you get red and blue combined? Red and blue make what? Purple. Yep. All right, we're gonna call them. see how easy this is. Purple. People eaters. Purple people eaters. Yes. Oh, that's too good. I am so good at this. I should do this professionally. I'm pretty sure I should be doing this professionally. Right? You got the purple people eaters. Red and blue or make purple. There you go. All right. So we need we got the co-hosters, we got the purple people eaters. Oh, we need a name for Cardboard Commander and Phoenix Knights. So what do they have in common? Well, they're both YouTubers. Both really nice guys. I was gonna try to like match Phoenix up with somebody else that had like a bird or something like that, and they would be called the Firebirds. I thought that would be cool, but I don't think Cardboard Commander and Phoenix. So, Cardboard Commander does the wargaming. Phoenix Knight plays a little bit of everything, sports. He plays Euros. He plays LCGs. He plays a little wargaming. He does just about everything. Maybe we'll call them, because both of their logos are round circles. Maybe something with the round. I mean, that's the only thing these two have in common. Like, Phoenix Knight is very hairy and Cardboard Commander is bald. So, I mean, it's like, they're exact opposites, except for they both have the round circles as their logo. So maybe we can come up with something like war and fire and war. Let's see, war feast, war fire. What are we talking? Come on, we're getting close now. War fire. Fire war. What is the fire of war? Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing. Shadows of war. No. Middle Earth. No. Fire and war. War and fire. Warfire. Warfare. Warfire and warfare. Blazing warfare. Blazing warfare. I'm so good at this game. Oh my god. Blazing warfare. That's just, I'm a genius. That's all. I mean, that's all there is to it. Genius. Just mark the Pulitzer for me, or the Emmy, or whatever it is right now. The Nobel. That's what it is. It's the Nobel. So I got 2 more teams to create, though. We got the Blazing Warfare. We got the Plot Engineers. We got the Co-Hosters. We got the Purple People Eaters. We need 2 more teams of people. All right, so who are we going to come up with? Who? And hopefully they'll have some kind of connection. Would be nice. Would be very nice if they had a connection. Let's save what we got just to make sure. Save. All right. Who else do we have? So let's look through my YouTube list and see if there's anybody that sparks an interest there. Huh. Nerd Workshop. Yeah, maybe we'll take Nerd Workshop out with someone. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Nerd Workshop, huh? Dave's Gaming Cave. Be a good choice. Maybe those two would be a great pair. Oh my god. You guys are like staring at me. Stop staring at me. So we got Nerdy and Dave. Where's Dave's Gaming Cave? Big Dave. Been a while since I talked to Dave. I mean, we've messaged each other on our oh my god, that fits almost perfectly. Wow, that was really, really good. And then of course it didn't work the way I wanted. And I've got to undo and redo it. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Didn't take the screenshot, huh? Dave's Gaming Cave. Alright. Yeah, this time, of course, it's not the same size now. Alright. Dave's Gaming Cave. Nerd Workshop. Alright. Let's put those two to the test and see how well they perform. All right, we'll give Nerd Workshop 66. And Dave Gaming 88. Name. Okay. Now we're going to think about this here. Nerd. Dave's Gaming Cave. Cave. Right? Cave. Man cave. Man. Nerd cave. Nerd cave. Geek cave. Geek cave. Geek. Gamers. There we go. Geek gamers. The geeks. Geek gamers. All right. Jester's a genius. Lock and load. Oh no, I didn't bring my drink. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? How dare you? We got one more to do, and then we could wrap this up. And maybe even do save there. If we get some time, maybe we can even do a race, part of a race or something. So I need one more, and I was thinking of Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the last two. I'm going to make the last two, two of my subscribers that Demi 1970 Gaming, he's in the chat, and E4 Airman. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it the subscribers. There we go. Demi 1970 Gaming and E4 Airman. Airman. All right, there you go. Now I need a logo. So we need like a plain. Demi's logo is not sure what this logo is a picture of. We'll have to find a logo. Like a plain logo. That looks pretty good, actually. That doesn't look too bad. Kind of like that. That one. I don't like that plain. It's too bad. Like if it was... I kind of like that. But... Oh, we kind of like this, actually. Where was that? Where was that thing I just saw? Where was that? All right, there it is. All right, so we'll just take a screenshot of that bad boy. Boom. Nice. All right, put that bad boy right in there. Look at that. Nice. Good looking logo there. So we have Demi Gaming and Airman. So we need Gaming Airman. The Gaming Airman. Right? So if we look at a Gaming Airman, what's the definition of a Gaming Airman? Gaming Airman. Air Force. Ooh, I like that. Air Force Gaming. Air Force Gaming. Done. Look at that. Alright. 26 size so we could fit in there. Wow. There we got it. Herman Lootman, Mike Butter Jelly. Herman Lootman's going to be number 22. They're going to be, owner's going to be GM. Oh, we need the owner, right? We need the owner. We need the owner for a couple of these yet. We're not quite done. Geek Gaming. The owner is going to be, who's going to be the owner? The owner of the Geeks Gamers is going to be Bugs Bunny, right? I knew that. The People Eater, the Purple People Eaters, which is Tony and Blue Tweezers. Owner of those two is going to be, Air Force Gaming. We need, let's go with Buzz Aldrin. Don't know how to spell his name. Bad me. Buzz Aldrin. 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 There you go. Buzz Aldrin. Owner. Done. Boom. All right, now I need an owner for Tony and Blue Tweezers and Nerd Workshop and Days. No, I got Bugs Bunny for them. GMT. YouTube owns Blazing Warfare. The War Rooms owns the co-hosters. We have Buzz Aldrin owning Air Force Gaming, which Demi 1970 and E4 Airman are part of. We just need an owner for Tony and Tweez now. Hmm. Trying to think who. Let's see. Who's the president of Spain? Pedro Sanchez has held a meeting as a representative leading Roma investigations in Spain on the. Okay, who is the current president of Spain? Pedro Sanchez. Okay, great. No, not very thrilled with that. Needs something we can relate to. Who? You know who's gonna own? I think. I was gonna say Lock and Load Publishing because I know Tony plays a lot of the Lock and Load Publishing games, and Tony's the reason that we started the whole drinking game with Lock and Load Publishing. But unfortunately, he doesn't do any. Blue Tweezers doesn't do anything with Lock and Load. I don't think. Let's look at Blue Tweezers' channel and see if he's actually done anything. I don't think he's done anything with Lock and Load. At least not in the recent past that I remember. But I could be wrong. That's why I'm checking. Come on, Lock and Load. Where are you? No, Blue Tweezers. Where are you? Why are you so far down the list, buddy? I know why. Because you're not putting on enough content. That's why. Look at that. He doesn't even have content. Oh my god. I should get rid of this bum for somebody else. Mr. President, that's GMT. GMT. Fields of Fire. Next War, Iran. Purple Haze. The Hill. Mr. President. Halls of Hegra. Enemy at the Gates. When he went and met Rough Swordsman and his wonderful wife. And then showing us some planes. Punch Gone, Carrier Battle. Yeah, so he doesn't really. I mean, maybe he's played some Lock and Load in the past, but nope, I guess that's not going to work out. That's too bad. That's too bad, because I was really looking forward to using that, but can't use it. So what are we going to do? I've used up a lot of brain power creating this. It took a lot of brain power just creating the document and then filling it all in and using the colors and then getting all the different race cars out there and then creating names and all that. It takes a lot of brain power. So I'm like one short. We need an owner. I know. Huh. I know one thing that Tony and Blue Tweezers have in mind is an episode of the War Room when I wasn't there and Blue Tweezers filled in. There was a word that they kept using, going around, and I can't. Fortunately, I can't remember what the word is, but it was not. It was meant as something different abroad, and Tony said it and didn't realize that. Oh, I remember the word actually now. Yes, I do. And that could be the owner, but yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, so maybe I shouldn't use that. I'm just trying to think of what else. Who could be the owner of Tony and Blue Tweezer's team? Somebody. Hmm. Hmm. We've already used GMT for. You know what I could do is I could move GMT from those guys over here because Tony and Blue Tweezers, they always play a lot of GMT games. And then Herman and Mike, I could have another designer owning those two guys. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. Actually, that's makes a lot of sense. We're going to make it Tony and Blue Tweezers are owned by GMT Games. And now I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to have the owner of Herman and Mike Butterjelly is going to be so it would probably be a designer that they both know and so who would be Mark Herman? Does Mark Herman be a good one? Or you know what? I was going to say Chad Jensen, but who worked? Let's look at this. Using our brain power again, right? We come here. Plum Island, right? So who is the who worked with Herman? Ken Coons, Terry Leeds. Oh, I wonder if Terry Leeds did the well, you know what? Hang on a second. Let's look at Wolfpack. We might have a winner here. Oh, come on. No, the graphics are done by somebody else. Joel Toppin was the developer. Why? Why are you guys being so difficult with me? Jesus, criminy. Let's look at Tank Duel and Tank Duel. This one. Like, I would really like to find somebody that both of these people worked with, or, you know, like an artist that they both worked with, or something. But of course, there's no. Are you kidding me? There's no. Like, there's no information about the artist. I've actually got to go into the rule booklet to look at this. Are you kidding me? Jason Carr. Joe Agaro. Yo, that's not going to help at all. Jesus Christ. So, I'm going to have to undo what I just did. I'm going to move GMT back over here because they both work with GMT in release games. So, in that case, Blue Tweezers and Tony, you're going to have to fucking... What else is Tony and Blue Tweezers known for besides being a pain in the ass? They each have, like, Tony was both. Oh, wait a minute now. I got it. The two things that Tony and Blue are known for. Tony started the whole drink, lock and load, and Blue Tweezers we say you've been blued when you don't get all the rules, because Blue Tweezers is famous for telling people how to play games and not. So both of them have got a, what is it called? A quote associated with them. So we're going to, the owner of this is going to be the quote company. The quote company. I like that. I do actually like that. I don't know if there's like an official name for the quote company. We're just going to call it the quote. All right. Maybe instead of the quote company, we'll call it Quoters Incorporated. Quoters Incorporated. Oh, I'm so good at this. I am so good at this. That is what they're known for. I mean, who would have thought I would be able to come up with people or things or objects that are related to two random people? Man, I am so good at this game. I am the best. Wow. All right, so there you go. That is, let's save it so I don't have to. The Quoters Incorporated. Oh, that's too funny even. That's too funny. Just hearing it's going to make me laugh. Oh, yeah. All right, that's good. That's good. I think that is super good, super interesting. I think so. Nate, you're number 1, buddy. Dean, you're number 9. Nerd, you're a 66. Dave's Gaming King, 88. Tony Kenner is 05. Blue Tweezers, 99. Demi, 1970 is 12. E4 Airman's 35. Herman Ludman is 22. Mike Butter Jelly, 77. Phoenix Knight is 00. And Cardboard Commander is 98. The owners are GMT Games, YouTube, The War Room, Bugs Bunny, Balls Aldrin, and Quoters Incorporated. I think that's too funny now. I am probably going to laugh every time I say that. And that's the whole purpose of this, right? All right, there you go. That is a wrap. That's it. That's all I got for you. If I get things set up and ready to go, I will be back. But otherwise, our first race will be the Grand Prix of St. Paul coming up next time. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new around here. Tell your friends to come on over. We're almost at 5,000 people. So getting a few more would be kind of cool. Especially since once we get to 5,000, we're going to have a big old celebration day. So until then, my friends, you take care of yourselves. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.